Did you know a fascinating nutritional secret about your next meal? Imagine two people who are completely different in their physical health. They sit down and eat precisely the same food for dinner. They consume exactly the same number of total calories. They ingest the exact same amount of carbohydrates. They eat the same quantity of protein and fat. Yet, their bodies might react in completely and utterly different ways. One person seamlessly maintains stable, healthy blood sugar throughout. The other sees their glucose levels violently spike and soon feels hungry again. The critical difference often is not determined by what you are eating. Instead, it is determined by what you choose to eat first on your plate. A growing body of scientific research proves this small change is vital. Simply changing the specific food order of your meal can be incredibly powerful. It directly influences your blood sugar curve, insulin levels, and systematic fullness. This one adjustment makes long-term weight control significantly easier. Today, we will explore exactly what happens when protein is the very first thing you choose to eat. Your body actually begins to react well before food is ever absorbed by your gut. The complex biological machinery in your body is incredibly proactive. Your brain actually starts responding well before you even chew or swallow your food. It systematically starts during what is clinically known as the cephalic phase response. Modern nutritional research, published by organizations like the NIH, confirms this preparatory phase. Your digestive organs and enzymes immediately begin to activate in anticipation of incoming energy. The gears in your digestive biological factory are already starting to turn. Your complex body is effectively predicting the specific type of energy it is about to receive. It systematically prepares unique digestive rules based entirely on that very first bite. This predictive metabolic mechanism is precisely why food order matters so much. Your first choice of food literally sets the biological rules for the entire meal. Let us examine exactly what occurs biologically when protein enters the system first. When you choose protein first, you significantly alter the digestive outcome. By structural design, protein digests much slower and gentler than simple carbohydrates. This slow structural breakdown physically retards the rate at which the stomach empties into the small intestine. This deliberate physiological delay is monumentally important for biological signaling. The presence of protein in your stomach triggers critical hormones like GLP-1 and GIP. GLP-1 is a key intestinal hormone that powerfully signals satiety directly to the brain. Scientific studies conducted by Weill Cornell Medicine and Diabetes Care prove these hormone-boosting effects. These digestive hormones also proactively send vital signals to your pancreas. The pancreas can then release insulin into your bloodstream much more slowly and steadily. Controlled blue insulin keys can calmly and efficiently unlock biological cell doors. This prevents the human body from being violently overwhelmed by a massive energy rush. This systematic process dramatically reduces the potentially dangerous post-meal glucose spike. You are effectively and intelligently maintaining a very smooth biological blood sugar curve. This is the powerful biological result of prioritizing protein first on your plate. What happens if you reverse this vital order and eat your carbohydrates first? The biological digestive scenario immediately changes dramatically and negatively. Simple carbohydrates, especially refined starches, break down incredibly fast. They are absorbed rapidly into the circulating bloodstream, creating immense biological energy chaos. Your blood sugar levels violently spike upward in sharp, jagged peaks inside your vessels. This rapid energy overload immediately triggers a massive red alarm response in your pancreas. It aggressively floods the entire body with huge, uncoordinated bursts of insulin. This insulin rush forces sugar into cells exceptionally quickly, far faster than the cells can manage. As a direct physiological consequence, your blood sugar levels dramatically crash down into the danger zone. This rapid, deep crash leaves your entire system fatigued, dull, and completely drained. Your complex brain, sensing the massive energy void, immediately demands replenishment. This directly forces you to feel intense, fierce hunger again and trigger unstoppable sugar cravings. You will quickly feel exhausted after eating, an unglamorous cycle that continues throughout the day. The classic example is eating the bread basket before the steak versus eating the steak first and then the bread. The actual metabolic outcomes of these two choices are completely and utterly different. Can prioritizing protein first on your plate actually help you burn fat naturally? This is exactly where we must provide a strictly honest and fully scientific answer. Directly, the absolute direct medical answer to this specific question is no. Simply changing food order definitely does not violate the fundamental laws of thermodynamics. Protein does not function like some magical, effortless fat-burning substance. However, it powerfully creates the essential biological conditions needed to support long-term fat loss. By manipulating hormones, it significantly reduces your overall daily hunger levels. This naturally leads you to consciously and unconsciously consume fewer calories without struggling against hunger. Maintaining stable blood sugar and insulin levels is absolutely critical for long-term health and weight control. Optimizing hormone signaling and digestion builds a robust metabolic foundation. Adequate protein intake also actively protects and maintains your lean muscle mass during weight loss. Preserving your muscle tissue keeps your resting metabolic rate spinning efficiently. These factors cumulatively support long-term sustainable weight management. Eating protein first achieves several other remarkable systemic metabolic benefits for your body. As previously mentioned, it powerfully increases GLP-1 fullness hormone levels. Simultaneously, it significantly reduces ghrelin, your body's primary hunger hormone. A perfectly satisfied stomach churns slowly, radiating profound fullness waves. It helps you effectively maintain a deeply sustained state of satiety throughout the entire day. Your overall daily energy levels will remain far more stable, consistent, and reliable. You will completely avoid the common afternoon energy crashes that leave you fatigued and unproductive. You also avoid the constant distraction of intense, disruptive snack cravings. Reducing total unnecessary caloric intake becomes exceptionally easy when you simply do not feel hungry. So what specific types of protein are absolutely the best choices to prioritize? This diverse list is incredibly easy to find in any standard grocery store. You have an amazing variety of nutrient-dense whole foods to choose from. Excellent primary choices include fresh wild-caught fish and other lean seafood options. Wholesome pasture-raised eggs are also a perfectly ideal source of protein. Clean chicken breast or other lean cuts of high-quality meat are phenomenal. Unsweetened Greek yogurt provides a rich amino acid matrix for systemic structural support. Organic beans and lentils are exceptional options for powerful plant-based protein support. Dense tofu and wholesome edamame provide versatile alternatives for vegetarians. Even a diverse array of fresh, unsalted nuts can provide critical nutrition and healthy fats. The most important lesson here is that you do not have to consume a massive steak every single meal. It simply requires some nutrient-dense protein in your stomach to set the biological rules. What are some incredibly common mistakes that people make when attempting to apply this strategy? The absolute most significant mistake is assuming that any commercial protein product works efficiently. Many popular commercial protein bars are actually loaded with hidden processed sugars. Most commercial protein shakes are equally problematic, often filled with sugary syrups and artificial chemicals. Assuming that protein first allows you to ignore green vegetables and vital fiber is a massive error. You must not use protein order as a license to ignore the foundational basics of clean, whole nutrition. Overeating protein because you believe it is magic can definitely still lead to fat gain. The fundamental laws of energy balance still restrict any metabolic outcome. This simple logic-based strategy is exceptionally easy for the vast majority of the population to adopt. However, some specific demographic groups may experience significantly greater biological benefits. Individuals currently living with prediabetes can massively improve their long-term glucose control. Those with type 2 diabetes should actively prioritize food order to manage insulin sensitivity. People fighting chronic excess body fat will find it drastically reduces their daily caloric intake. Anyone who is constantly fighting intense hunger or disruptive cravings will find immense relief. It offers reliable and consistent support for anyone seeking better control over their appetite. Healthy individuals who already maintain consistent optimal nutrition do not need to obsess over this rule. The standard nutritional approach for good health is already sufficient for them. Perhaps the absolute most incredibly powerful aspect of this food sequencing strategy is its simplicity. It definitely does not require you to completely eliminate your favorite bread or rice. It does not force you to give up carbs or follow miserable starvation diets. It does not demand expensive commercial supplements or hard-to-find ingredients. You simply need to change what you put into your mouth for the first few bites of your meal. Sometimes the smallest daily adjustments create the most profound biological responses in your body. On your very next meal, try starting with a few bites of protein before touching the carbs. Pay close attention to how your body feels after eating. Notice your overall fullness, your physical energy levels, and your hunger throughout the afternoon. You will likely be thoroughly surprised and impressed by the noticeable difference it makes. Empower yourself to take control of your health through smart, science-backed lifestyle choices. Small, consistent actions are always the ultimate key to achieving vibrant, long-lasting vitality.
Knowledge is infinite, and what I know is, honestly, just a grain of sand in the desert. Hitting the like button and subscribing is totally free, but it's a huge motivation for me to keep making better videos for you. Thank you so much for your support. I hope this gave you some helpful insights into health. If you have any thoughts, questions, or comments, feel free to drop them below.